Welcome to Business English Vocabulary Builder. Today we're going to go ahead and do all these idioms, and so let's just get this started off real quickly. For our first idiom of the day, it's put your money where your mouth is. And when you put your money where your mouth is, it basically means they do as they say. Like where your mouth is. This is a pretty long idiom. Like you do as you say. When you put your money where your mouth is, you just do as you say. And next up we have quick buck. Quick buck is basically means that you make a profit easily and very quickly. A good one as well too. Alright, next up we have raise the bar. Now when you raise the bar, that basically means you went ahead and you've increased the standards and your expectations. When you rally the troops, you went ahead and gathered support and encouragement, involvement, and participation. You did all that. You just went ahead and encouraged participation and involvement. Alright, next up, we have ramp up. Now, ramp up basically means you increase in the amount of something that is sold. Next up, we have reality check. A reality check basically means to remind someone of how things are actually in the world. When you describe someone doing a reality check, that basically means to see that person as too imaginative, in his imaginative world a bit too much. When you read between the lines, that basically means you want to look for the implied meaning rather than what is obvious. Like the hidden meaning instead of the obvious meaning. Alright, next up we have red tape. Now red tape basically is like some obstructions that prevent you from doing something directly. Usually bureaucratic, like saying you have to sign this with blue pen. Sorry, I don't have a blue pen. You can have to go get that yourself. Sorry. Alright, I got the blue pen. Sign. Alright, you also have to sign out all the paper forms. Why? And of course that's red tape. You'd rather live with a pothole than go through a bunch of red tape, wouldn't you? Next up we have rock the boat. Now when you rock the boat, that basically means you went ahead and you're disrupting the regular course of events, or you're going ahead and you're introducing something that's new as well as controversial, usually controversial. Alright, next up we have round the clock. Now round the clock basically means you're always in operation. When you're always round the clock, you're always operating, you're always doing something. Next up we have rule of thumb. Rule of thumb basically means it's a general accurate principle or some sort of general guide as well too. Next up you have run around in circles. When you're running around in circles, that practically means you're doing something, you're repeating your actions over and over again without getting anything, without getting any results, without getting any progress or anything that's changing no matter what as well too. Next up, we're the same boat. Now, when you're in the same boat with someone, that basically means you and that other person have similar experience or the same situation. When you scale back on something, that basically means you go ahead and you're reducing that thing in its size, extremity, or experience. When you scratch someone's back, this actually comes from the old saying, "Scratch my back, I'll scratch yours." That basically means a favor that has happened, a favor that has been done towards you, will be repaid in the, if not equal amount, at least partly, and then again. Alright, next up, we have second nature. Now, second nature basically means something that's almost instinctive. When you're doing something that's your second nature, that thing is almost instinctive. Next up, we have see eye to eye. Now, when you see eye to eye with someone, that basically means you're going ahead and you're agreeing on it and you're understanding it as well as seeing it in the same perspective as that other person. An eye for an eye. Next up, we have see something through. Now, when you see something through, that basically means you're going ahead and you're continuing something all the way until it's ended. And then when you see through something, just a little different order of the same words, that basically means you're going ahead and you're seeing through the exterior of this thing, whether it's a lie or something, to see the truth inside of it. Alright, next up we have selling like hotcakes. Now when something is selling like hotcakes, that basically means that thing is selling very quickly. That thing is like selling very quickly, and there's high public demand on it. High public demand. That's always useful for a businessman. Alright, next up we have set in stone. Now when something is set in stone, that basically means that thing is definite and determined. Next up we have sabotage. Now, when you sever the ties, that basically means you went ahead and you relinquished all contact and connection with that someone or something. Next up, we'll shake something up. Now, when you're shaking something up, that basically means you're going ahead and you're reshuffling or reorganizing something. When you shoot from the hip, that basically means you're going ahead and you're reacting without thinking about any of the consequences that could happen from you saying or doing that. Next up, we have to shoot something down. When you're shooting something down, that basically means you launch a powerful criticism on an opinion or view. Usually an opinion or view that differs from you. Alright, next up we have short on cash. Now, when you're short on cash, that basically means you don't have enough money, you don't have much money to actually offer. Say you only have like $1 to offer, well, then please offer the $1. Next up we have small fries. Small fries is someone's, like, when someone's a small fry, that basically means that person is unimportant and insignificant. What about our competitors' bookstore? They're small fries compared to us. Look, they only get $500 per week. We get like $5,000 per week. What if that changed? It won't change. A few weeks later, they got $1 million per week. Lol. Alright, next up we have smooth sailing. Now, smooth sailing basically means something that is like an easy progress. It goes ahead and it goes smoothly, making easy progress, and it probably shouldn't even come into any difficulties at all too. And then we have small talk. Now, small talk here basically is a conversation between two people, except there's no point in doing it except just talking with each other. Alright, next up is a snail mail. When snail mailing, that basically means the mail is compared to actual email. Mail, like postal mail, is actually pretty slow. Like, it'll take a few days to get it all the way across the world, when nowadays it only takes like a second to send an email across the world. Next up we have snap up. Now, when you're snapping up, that basically means you're going ahead and you're acquiring or purchasing something quickly as soon as it, or almost as soon as it, goes on sale. And of course with that, we've ended Business English Vocabulary Builder. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I hope to see you guys soon. And so until next time, showing peace. Bye bye. Put your money where your mouth is. Quick buck. Raise the bar. Rally the troops. Ramp up. Reality check. Read between the lines. Red tape. I don't have red tape, but I do have that stuff. Rock the boat. Round the clock. Rule of thumb. Run around in circles. Same boat. Scale back. Scratch someone's back. Second nature. See eye to eye. See something through. I see through these glasses. See through something. Selling like hotcakes. Hot. Set in stone. Sever ties. Shake something up. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Shoot from the hip. Boom, 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 boom. Shoot something down. Short on cash. Small fries. Small talk. Smooth sailing. Snail mail. Snap up.